MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. It's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. The New York Jets taking on the Houston Texans.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Second down. It's Edwards. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
And it's third down.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that third down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. He threw a little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. Out of the gun, Watson. And this would complete to Will Fuller. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. On first down, here's Breida. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 31.
Watson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jordan Jenkins. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
Third and long, it's Watson. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll look to run with Edwards. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
2nd down and goal. Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun, because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave what the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 33-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Lindsay.
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Bernard Rick
counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. 2nd and 9 now. He's got Burton here.
The pass.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
He sets to fire deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Intercepted by the Texans.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Breida. The tackle there by Brian Poole. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
15 yards on the play, 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
On the jet sweep, here comes Fuller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Sean to attempt the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Houston set to take over.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 26. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Watson on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
And you can tell early, they're going to look his way quite a bit, and he made himself available on that one.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And we figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Jets, 30.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Ryan Poole that time there to get a hand on it. Throwing on 3rd down. Watson got an open man. It's QT.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
To Anthony Berkser.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, and they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
They'll run here with Edwards. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
From the gun, Watson. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Makes the score Texans 10, Jets 7.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Burton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Beyond the coverage defensively.
Connecting with Burton here over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He could also be a weapon downfield as well.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 25-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Philip Lindsey.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
1st and 10.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
23-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll run on first down. Edwards. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Watson. He's going to have the hook up to QT. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 5.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Fuller brings it in over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and
now a play fake, and it's Watson.
17-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick here is good.
The field goal.
And it's now 3-0 Texans.
Texans 13, Jets 10.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return. The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll run. It's Lindsay. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Denzel Mims. Incomplete.
He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. Now it's Lindsay. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
Second and 11. Screen pass to Lindsay. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
He dumps it underneath here to Lindsay. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Deshaun Watson of the Texans offense trot back out there. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that, because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, That'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, I could say he's looked pretty good to this point. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. This is Edwards, and he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
46-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. And the Texans.
Now it's Edwards. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. And he'll go underneath here to Breida.
Watson's pass.
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd
from the gun. Here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
15 yards.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 15-yard line.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Complete.
That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
At the 7-yard line.
To the air yet again, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Anthony Fertzer, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
The kicker on for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Good.
The extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Ballantyne to return. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets.
And 1 at the 43-yard line.
Got a man, it's Berrios complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
He's got Burton here. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Throw complete to Herndon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin in the NFC West. Arizona heading up north to take on Seattle. And it's the Cardinals who are out in front in that one. Kyler Murray has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head east to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. Jared Goff, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. 28-21, the final score. In the game you're watching is Deshaun Watson, who is the star of the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10. At their own.
New York ready to go again offensively. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On 2nd and 9, Watson. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Got an open man. It's QT.
Watson's.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Davis there on the coverage.
On third down, here's Edwards. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Watson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On first down, it's Edwards. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
C.J. Mosley on the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
Out of the shotgun, Breida shreds the tackle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
He was brought down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run on first down. Edwards. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
At the 19-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this one to Patrick. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
At the 26.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey.
And he'll have a Jets first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
That's good.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Point after here coming up. And the lead is up to 14.
The kick is good.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taken in the end zone. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
New York set to take the field.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
On first down, Lindsey. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
An extra point forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Ballantyne to return.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return. The Jets take over first and 10.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Burton. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up a third down and 10.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys to try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
Brings up second and 7 at the 5-yard line.
They run once more with Edwards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
On third down, it's Edwards.
And
I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Well, you just said it, Charles. They had to be very hesitant thinking about throwing the football. That's why, safety.
Foul that one under. Worst fears realized.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
Johnson on the return.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Connecting with Burton here over the middle.
The pass.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Nice third down conversion at even 20 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Brings up
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on.